Hello students, welcome to the Greenfield School and College online classes. Today I'm gonna finish the chapter 4, the rest of the chapter which I started after your pretest exam. This is very much important chapter for your CQ and MCQ part, and that's why I thought that it will be necessary for you to discuss the chapter again. So let's continue the chapter, and please continue the class with the textbook because it is very much important. Chapter 4, rest of the chapter, it is a business based on ownership. So there are 5 types of business, so we already discussed, and this is a revision class. I hope you can remember all the information of this chapter. Maybe not all the information, most of the information I think you can remember. So in previous classes I discussed the sole proprietorship, partnership business, but today I am starting the joint stock company also. In joint stock company, you know that joint stock company is a large type of business, and here it has the it is legally formed a business. It is formation is very much complicated, very much legally bound. So it has the legal entity, personal entity. It just, this company just act as a person, as a human being. So that's why it has the personal entity, or you can say a legal personality. It has the legal personality. Its dissolution, its formation and dissolution, both are very much complicated because you have to follow the various rules and regulation according to the Company Act 1994. Joint stock company act is 1994. There are 2 types of joint stock company, you know. Before that, it has the own seal, because the joint stock company has its own entity, personal entity. So it has own seal. That's the company use this seal for all the operations and on the papers and all the documents of the company. The total capital is divided into small portions, and these portions are called share. And in public limited company, you can invite other people, you can invite common people for buying shares of your company, but in private limited company this option is totally off. So it is you cannot invite people to buy your share in private limited company. And the management of the company is totally separate from the ownership. Liability of the member is limited according to the providing capital, according to the delivery capital amount, based on the capital amount. And in operation and management of company business, democratic culture and values are followed. That means when operations of the company is based on mainly democratic view, democratic operations, democratic environment just practice being practiced in the joint stock company. Classification of joint stock company, there are 2 types of private limited company, public limited company. Basic information of this classification is in private limited company, what are the number of the member is 2 to 50. That means 2 জন থেকে 50 জন. Minimum number of people is 2 and maximum is 50. And the director, board of director, minimum 2 board of director, at least 2. Minimum number of member according to law, the minimum numbers of member has to be at least 2 in this type of company. The numbers of private limited companies are increasing in Bangladesh. Director, the director will be 2, only 2, not 2, minimum 2, maximum maybe it can increase, but the minimum number is 2 in directors. Company Act, it is also operated, it is also established, operated according to the Company Act 1994. In this company, Private limited company restricts the right of the members to transfer their shares, limits the number of its members to 50, prohibits any invitation to the public to subscribe for any shares in or debenture of the company. That means only members can buy the shares. So you cannot invite other peoples, you cannot invite common peoples to buy your shares, to buy your debentures. So just only member of the company can buy this share and debentures. The size of the limited company, private limited company is smaller than the public limited company because the number of member is small rather than the public limited company. So this is private limited company. Now public limited company, the minimum number is 7 and maximum number is limited according to the share. That means 7 জন আর সর্বোচ্চ হচ্ছে শেয়ার দ্বারা সীমিত, limited by the member a number of shares as mentioned in the memorandum of association. What is the main document? What is the main document of the joint stock company? The main document of the joint stock company is memorandum of association. All of you just did mistake in your pretest exam writing down the answer of this question. What is the main document of joint stock company? The answer is memorandum of association. Just don't forget it, please. According to Company Act, according to the according to the 1994 Act, memorandum of association is must in the joint stock company, and also the articles of association. There are two types documents. Directors number is in public limited company, the number of directors minimum 3. In private limited company, the number of directors is minimum 2, but public limited company it is 3 minimum at least 3 directors, but it can be huge, it can be increased. In public limited company you can invite people to buy your company share. Importance of joint stock company, yes, it is very much important because joint stock company is mainly work for huge industries, huge factories, huge businesses. So that's why you can provide more opportunities of the employment. You can strengthen the economy of the country. The production will be high, the profit will be high, the tax will be high, so that with the tax money government can play a vital role to develop the economical infrastructure development of the country. So it is also very much important joint stock company because multinational companies are also operated as established and operated under the Joint Stock Company Act. So that's why multinational companies will help to develop or build up a new relationship with the foreign countries, and also develop the relationship with the other cultures, other countries. So these are the importance of joint stock company. Okay, joint stock company, the formation of joint stock company is very much important because the formation from this part maybe 2 marks question, that means comprehensive questions or knowledge based questions you can face in your exam. Process of formation of a company. After importance, now this is the formation process of a company: taking initiative, preparation of documents, then collection of registration, business commencement, concept of business commencement. So these are the formation process. At first you have to take initiative. Some able people, eligible people, people who are interested, who are eligible to form a company, can come together and take decision about the company, select the probable name of the company, type of the company, amount of capital, ways to raise fund, address of the company, etc. The entrepreneur fixes the possible name of the company and takes certificate from the register of joint stock company. That means in this part, in this step, taking initiative step, you have to select the name and you have to collect the certificate about the name of the company from the register of the joint stock company. That means you have to validate your company's name by collecting the certificate from the register of joint stock company in this step. Taking initiative. After taking initiative, it is preparation of documents. At this stage, the entrepreneur of the business prepares two important documents for the business. I already told you there are two important documents. First one is memorandum of association, and second one is articles of association. Memorandum of articles. Memorandum of articles and memorandum of association. Memorandum of association is the main document, and second other main document is memorandum of articles. But if the question is like that, what is the main document, is what is the name of the main document of the joint stock company, the answer will be memorandum of association, because it is it includes, or it you can say it is comprises of all the information of the company. It is also called the main deed, main certificate, main constitution of the company. The question can be arised in different name, like what is the main certificate, what is the main constitution, what is the main document. Various important issues like name of the company, register address, objective of business, amount of capital, responsibilities of the shareholders, minimum subscription, these information are incorporated in the memorandum of association. So that's why it is called as main certificate or main document of the company. That means all the information, all the basic information, main information about the company is incorporated in the memorandum of association. And on the other hand, the memorandum of articles mainly incorporates all the necessary internal operational procedures of the business. That means your rules and regulation of running the business is mainly incorporated in the memorandum of articles. Rules and regulations incorporated in the memorandum of articles. After that, after preparing main documents, two documents, after preparing two main documents, you have to collect the registration certificate, and for this you have to apply for the registration to the registrar office by paying the certain amount of fees, and you have to submit the application form with the necessary documents, these memorandum of association, these memorandum of articles. With these documents you have to submit the application form to the registrar, and you have to pay the certain amount of fees. After checking all the documents, if registrar is satisfied, then he will register the business name in the registration list, and he will give you the registration certificate. After getting the registration certificate, private limited company can start the business, but a public limited company cannot start the business, because it has to collect another certificate that is named as business commencement certificate. Okay, public limited company has to collect business commencement certificate to start the business, but private limited company can start the business after getting the registration certificate. So now this is business commencement. It is for the public limited company only, because to collect the commencement certificate for launching the business or starting the operation of the public limited company, application to be made to the registrar along with the declaration of minimum subscription of capital by the directors and prospectus to issue share to the public with other important documents. That means you have to collect the commencement certificate if it is public limited company, and with the application form you have to submit minimum subscription of capital certificate and also the prospectus, the necessary documents. First one is minimum subscription, and second one is prospectus. Minimum subscription and prospectus both are very much important document to share, to provide the register. Minimum subscription is the initial amount which is provided by the founder of the organization, founder of the joint stock company, to start the operation and to run the primary activities of the business. That is called minimum subscription. That means initial amount of money which is provided by the founders of the joint stock company or founders of the company to start the business and also run the primary expense of the business, that is called minimum subscription. You have to provide the minimum subscription amount of capital to the registrar with the application form. And also prospectus means it is the invitation letter to invite the people buying share of your company. That means it is the invitation letter. Prospectus is the document. It is the invitation letter or invitation certificate to invite general people to buy the share of your company. So that is called prospectus. These two important documents you have to submit to the registrar with the application form for getting the commencement certificate, business commencement. So after checking these documents, if registrar is satisfied, then he will provide the commencement certificate to you, and after getting it you will obviously can start the business, launch the business. So that is the formation process of the joint stock company. Now, concept of cooperative society, cooperative means the combined initiative or combined effort, cooperative. So cooperative society mainly evolved, or you can say introduced because of the economical development of the middle class people, poor people. For this reason, the cooperative society just emerged. Mainly it is emerged, or first cooperative society in the history is Rochdale Cooperative Society. That means it is the place Rochdale, which is situated which is the place of England, where 28 weavers with 28 pounds sterling formed the world's first cooperative society they formed. So that is the first cooperative society, Rochdale Cooperative Society, and 28 weavers formed it to develop their economical condition. The members of this society were not 1844. The three information is very much important. What is the cooperative society, first cooperative society's name? The name is Rochdale Cooperative Society. Where it was situated? It was situated in England. In which year it was started? The answer is 1844. How many people how many weavers or how many people started this cooperative society? 28 weavers. So these are the important MCQ question from this para. The members of this society were not financially solvent. They were incapable to buy food and other necessities with their small wages. With the help of cooperative, they collected the regular necessities at a lower cost and used to sell among the members. That means it was helping them to meet up the regular necessities at a lower cost, and it was helping them to help the other people of the society. That means this cooperative society was helping the people to develop the financial condition of the members. So basically cooperative society is formed to develop the economical condition, financial condition of the members. In Bangladesh, the cooperative society was mainly introduced by the person named Dr. Akhtar Hamid Khan. He was formed first cooperative society that was named as Bangladesh Academy for Rural Development, that is called BARD, in 1959. So this is very much important. This is very much important MCQ question for your board exam. What is the who is the founder of BARD? The founder of BARD is Dr. Akhtar Hamid Khan. When the BARD was started in 1959, and where it was situated, at Kumilla. So these are the basic information from the part. And also another important information, Cooperative Act 2001, but cooperative policy is 2004. Follow the pointer please. Cooperative Act is 2001, but Cooperative Policy 2004. Try to remember it clearly, very much clearly. Don't ever dare to forget this. Cooperative Act is 2001, Cooperative Policy is 2004. The Partnership Act is 1932, Joint Stock Company Act is 1994. And Cooperative Act is 2001, but Cooperative Policy is 2004. So don't forget. Characteristics of cooperative organization: it is formed for the lower class and middle class people, developing the economical condition of the lower class and middle class people. Cooperative Act 2001 has delineated 3 types of cooperative business. That means according to the Cooperative Act 2001, there are 3 types of cooperative business. First one is primary cooperative, central cooperative, and last one is national cooperative society. In primary cooperative society, the number of member is minimum 20 and কমপক্ষে 20 জন, maximum number is not specified. That means minimum number of member is 20. Central cooperative society, minimum number of with the 10 primary cooperative society, the central cooperative society will be formed. That means 10টা প্রাইমারি কোঅপারেটিভ সোসাইটি নিয়ে একটা সেন্ট্রাল কোঅপারেটিভ সোসাইটি হবে। আর প্রাইমারি কোঅপারেটিভ সোসাইটি তৈরি হচ্ছে কিভাবে? মিনিমাম 20 জন মেম্বারকে নিয়ে, 20 জন পিপল, ব্যক্তিকে নিয়ে, হিউম্যান 20 জন হিউম্যানকে নিয়ে বা 20 জন মেম্বারকে নিয়ে, কমপক্ষে 20 জন মেম্বারকে নিয়ে প্রাইমারি কোঅপারেটিভ সোসাইটি হচ্ছে। বাট সেন্ট্রাল কোঅপারেটিভ সোসাইটি হচ্ছে 10টা প্রাইমারি কোঅপারেটিভ সোসাইটি মিলে একটা সেন্ট্রাল কোঅপারেটিভ সোসাইটি হচ্ছে। আর ন্যাশনাল কোঅপারেটিভ সোসাইটি হচ্ছে কিভাবে? 10টা সেন্ট্রাল কোঅপারেটিভ সোসাইটি নিয়ে একটা ন্যাশনাল কোঅপারেটিভ সোসাইটি হচ্ছে। দ্যাট মিনস দিস 3 আর রিলেটেড টু ইচ আদার। দ্যাট মিনস প্রাইমারি কোঅপারেটিভ সোসাইটি 20 জনকে নিয়ে হচ্ছে কমপক্ষে, সেন্ট্রালে হচ্ছে কমপক্ষে 10টা প্রাইমারি কোঅপারেটিভ সোসাইটি নিয়ে, আর ন্যাশনাল হচ্ছে কমপক্ষে 10টা সেন্ট্রাল কোঅপারেটিভ সোসাইটি নিয়ে। সো there are 3 types of cooperative society according to the Act 2001. Cooperative society has also separate identity according to the Act. The total capital of the cooperative society is divided into the small number of shares. The share, any member cannot buy more than 1/5 of the total share of the organization. This is very much important. Number 4. Follow the pointer please. A person can be a member through buying a share, but any member cannot buy more than 1/5 of the total share of the organization. 5 ভাগের 1 ভাগ, মানে সবাই ইকুয়াল শেয়ার বাই করবে। কেউ বেশি কিনে করবে, অন্যকে অন্যের উপর চাপিয়ে দিবে বা মাতব্বরি করবে, এই জিনিসটা হবে না। সবাই ইকুয়াল শেয়ার কিনতে পারবে। Total capital is divided into small number of shares. Cooperative society is operated and managed by following democratic rules and procedures. Okay, it is also cooperative society democratic rules will be practiced. If the cooperative society is not registered or approved as per Cooperative Act, any person, organization, cooperative cannot use the word cooperative in its name. That means তোমার অ্যাক্ট অনুযায়ী যদি কোঅপারেটিভ সোসাইটি রেজিস্টার না হয় তাহলে কেউ এই কোঅপারেটিভ ওয়ার্ডটা ইউজ করতে পারবে না তাদের নামের সাথে। দ্যাট মিন ইট ইজ ভেরি মাচ prohibited to this to that type of society, to unregistered society. So if you want to use the name cooperative society in your institution or organization, you have to register your organization according to the Cooperative Act 2001. Classification of cooperative society: there are various type of cooperative society according to the Cooperative Policy 2004. Agriculture or farmers cooperative society, fisheries or fishermen cooperative society, laborers cooperative society, potters cooperative society. There are different type of cooperative society. Others are hawkers cooperative society, housing cooperative society, apartment cooperative society. These are very much common cooperative society you can see in your local areas. The main objective of all the cooperative society is to develop the socio-economic standard of its members. Though cooperative society evolved for the lower class, at present various people of different groups or profession has the opportunity to form cooperative society. That means mainly the cooperative society was emerged for the development of the lower middle class, lower middle class people. But now these cooperative, the advantages of cooperative society is very much attractive. That's why all classes people, all people of different classes can use this cooperative society for developing the condition, developing the bond, developing the strong position. Can use this cooperative society, use this cooperative society. So that's why there is no limitation about the class of the people in the, at present time. And the cooperative society's benefits mainly is it helps the members, to develop the condition, financial condition, economical condition. It build up the strong relationship among the member. So that's why it is very much important. So this is the main objective, to develop the financial condition, economical development of the members of the cooperative society, as well as the economic development of the country. This is the main objective of cooperative society. And formation process of cooperative society, this is the initiation stage, first one, registration stage, and after that business commencement stage. Initiation stage, to form a cooperative, at least 20 people must come together from similar class, profession, status, or similar mentality. That means the class, profession will be similar. Minimum 20 people, eligible people can initiate the business, or initiate the effort. This committee outlines the bylaws to form the cooperative society with the registration. The bylaws consist the name of the society. That means the main document of the cooperative society is named as the bylaws. Bylaws is the main document or main certificate of the cooperative society. And these bylaws included all the information about the name of the cooperative society, address, objective, full description of capital, value of share and number, method of selling share, initiators, name, address and position. So this is the operating, this is the basic information which is comprised in the or incorporated in the bylaws. Registration stage, at this stage steps are taken for registration of the society. For registration, Form 1 is to be collected from the government approved local authority and to be submitted along with fees and 3 copies of bylaws to the register. That means you have to collect the specific form from the registration or register office, and filling up the form, you have to pay you have to pay 3 copies of bylaws to the register with a specific amount of fees. After checking that, if register is satisfied, then he will give you the he will return the 2 copies of bylaws, and registration process will be complete. He will give you the registration certificate for the launching. And business commencement stage, after registration, the society gets the legal existence. Without registration, no association can use the cooperative word. So after that, if you get the registration certificate, then you will start the business easily. And if you are not registered, you cannot use the name cooperative. So that's why you have to follow the registration process. Basic principles of cooperative society. Cooperative society is formed with different ideology and some basic principles. First one, main principle of cooperative society is unity of the people. Another important is equality. That means all members will be equal. Other principle is cooperative is to cooperate among the members. That means ethics of cooperative is to cooperate among the members. That means there will be the members will be cooperate each other. Trust and faith of each member on others is considered to be another important principles of cooperative society. It is also maintain the democratic principles, democratic environment, democratic value and concept. Problems and prospects of cooperative society according to our country or cooperative in Bangladesh, there are different type of problem. It is not the socio-economic condition of our country is not we shall find that 80% of our population is engaged in agriculture and village-based various professions to earn living, like farmer, labor, weaver, fisherman, blacksmith, potter and various types of small and cottage industries like bamboo and cane. Sole proprietorship business such as groceries, tailor, vegetable shop, tea stall, etc. Most of them are from small and low income group of the society. They are deprived from various social benefits such as education, healthcare, etc. That means in our country the lower class people are very much deprived of different type of benefits, different type of facilities. And our country is not so much interested in developing their condition, and farmers we can see that the farmers cannot get the exact money against their production, against their harvest. So these are the common problem. These are the common problem in our country according to the our context of according to our economic scenario. So if we take different steps, if we take development steps for the development of this class people, it will obviously help the these lower class people, and it will make them so much efficient to participate in the development of the socio-economic condition of the country. They can also contribute to the economic development of the country, because farmers are the more, you can say that they are the main person, they are providing food for the country. So that's why cooperative society should be more developed, should be more engaged, should be more encouraged in our country to develop this part of the society. So that is cooperative society. Basic information is what is the cooperative act, cooperative policy, what is the definition, what is the cooperative word means, then what are the members, what are the classification of cooperative society. So this is very much important. First cooperative society's name, in which year it was started in Bangladesh, what is the first cooperative society, who is the founder, in which year it was incorporated. So these are the basic information about the cooperative society. And also the formation, what is the main document of the cooperative society. The main document of the cooperative society is bylaws. You have to it is not enough if I just revise this chapter, but you have to also study the chapter. You have to read the chapter thoroughly A to Z, because when I checked the previous exam copy, I was disappointed, because you couldn't write the name of the main certificate of the company. It was very much disappointing situation. So you have to read the chapter first. Okay, that is today's class. I am not starting the state enterprise, because that will be very much lengthy. But you have to finish the chapter. You have to read out the chapter from sole proprietorship to cooperative society. You just revise it. You just read it once at least, thoroughly A to Z. It will be your homework. And please, I request you, please read the chapter very carefully. So that's all for today. See you in next class.